Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Eve Echoes podcast. I'm GicaForta, your host for today and every day. And we're here to talk about the latest developments of Eve Echoes. So what the hell has been going on with the game? Well, I've been away for a little bit of time. With the recent passing of my brother-in-law, we took a vacation. We kind of needed that vacation, and quite happy that we got it. And we went to the seaside with the entire family, spent some quality family time together. I promised my wife that I wouldn't log in to Eve Echoes, wouldn't be playing, and I kind of wanted to keep that promise. But nonetheless, I have been present on Reddit, on Facebook, on Discord, on Twitter, and even in the comment section, replying to you guys and talking to you guys about the, latest developments or my opinions about what the hell is going on with the game. So here we are, we got plenty to talk about. There's been quite a few things happening. The first thing you probably noticed was the fact that NetEase introduced a pay-to-play event, but it wasn't even pay-to-play, it was pay-to-chance of a play. Yes, I'm talking about the festival and the 1000 Aurum entry fee, which does not guarantee you an entry at all. Now, to better explain this event, what it consists of is basically a parade of ships that you will be displaying with your corporation on the Eve Echoes second year anniversary, which will be live streamed. So this is probably why a lot of dev time was invested to develop that fly information thing, which is kind of cool. But when you're putting stuff in just for an event that won't probably have much use afterwards, although I do hope it will have use afterwards, it begs questioning. So this is going to be the event, and that's going to be it. You'll be parading, and there'll be some cameras that will film you, and you'll be live streamed. Now, why the number of the corporations admitted was so low? Well, you have to take into consideration the fact that, Eve Echoes does not support so many people online in the same system. We all know about the disconnects and the black screen of that, which is mostly due to poor netcode and due to probably peering server issues. So if you guys have been wondering why the hell only 50 corporations have been selected, or at least will be selected, well, here's your answer. If there's too many people inside the same system, well, that system is gonna crash. The people flying inside the parade are just going to have a tremendous black screen experience, and I don't think they wanted to go past a certain number of players inside the same system, and that's why the number of corporation was capped per admittance inside the event. Now, we can't get around this without opening the can of worms, which is the 1000 Aurum pay fee. A fee for entry, but it's not for entry, as mentioned before. It's a chance to get an entry. And was this entry fee supported by the corporation wallet? No, it was not. Just like I suggested, why the hell we have corporation wallet? If this was a corporation event based on the corporation wallet and what it's supposed to do, it would have been the ideal candidate to basically allow corporations to sign up. But no. The fee was a direct money deposit because, Aurum is the most premium currency which you can buy with real money. Now, a lot of tricks were employed here, which utterly mutilated and desecrated the idea of the sandbox and the Eve concept itself. The tax was supposed to be paid by the CEO or the directors that wanted to enlist their corporation inside the draw for the event. Now, the problem with this is one man, one pilot, one individual was supposed to pay this fee. Now, I think you guys have probably watched Demon Cell and, his channel Echoes from the Front. He actually touched on this specific subject, and he actually quoted me and used some of the direct questions that I've been asking the devs, and what the hell is this supposed to mean? And it's basically just that. It's an incentive for RMT. And if you don't know what RMT means, it means it's real money trading. And how is this actually encouraging people to do RMT? This is one of the tricks, by the way. One single person will have to pay that money, which is, let's say, not that much. It's just 50 bucks for 1,000 Aurum. But it's enough for the director or the CEO, whoever wishes or has the money to enlist the corporation, to ask the corp mates to participate. Like, you know, you want us to sign this up, well, you can put some donations in this PayPal account so I can have enough money to pay us for the entry fee, and we'll be having a blast, blah, blah, blah. And what happens is sometimes people really feel the need to like participate, contribute, because, well, it's a sandbox and corporations, some of the corporations are tight-knit, but some are really predatory, like people running newbie corps, experienced people running newbie corps. That's a better statement. And what they do is enlist, and they basically profit off the backs of those new pilots that join the corporation with promises of grandeur and whatnot. But with this event, people wanting to join in could just submit for, let's say, $1 in some guy's PayPal account, and the guy says, well, I enlisted us, and you'll be receiving a gift, or just scam them directly and run off with the money. But sometimes, let's say people are partially legit and they will enlist them, even though the amount received by the corporation members in real money was actually bigger than $50, because no one can keep track unless the members explicitly tell and talk amongst each other how much they donated. But there's another trick involved, which is NetEase actually pocketing everything, because when you don't get accepted in this event, even though you submitted a chance for the entry by paying this fee, the amount of Aurum will be returned. But where it will be returned? To the player that paid. This means that the player which submitted the corporation can pocket the money of his corp mates, plus get a refund in case they don't get picked for the event. This means he gets away with 1,000 Aurum in his account, plus the rest of the money that the players submitted towards the cause, which is an encouragement. I mean, people, pilots, the CEO and the directors who could do this, and probably did, some of them, can just run off with the money, or just don't even give a damn, and no one can touch him, because, well, even though RMT is sanctioned, no one can prove that he engaged in this illegal activity and coercing and scamming people into giving him money for an event. Yeah, for a damn event. And I honestly don't know how this thing got past the designers, and how the hell they did not think of this. I mean, this was pretty obvious. The moment I was on vacation and saw the 1,000 Aurum price tag submitted by one person, immediately sparked the RMT scam in my head. It was no doubt that this was very poorly designed. And yeah, plenty of corporations submitted the entry fee for a chance to get inside this event, and only 50 got picked. But the rest of them, well, they will be getting their Aurum back. Yeah, but they won't be getting their money back. Not even the players who got scammed, or not even the players that just wanted their corporation to participate and actually got some funds out of their own pocket for their corp mates to have a blast. And well, they will be receiving 1,000 Aurum, which they basically can't do anything with it except maybe turn it in for Plex and probably distribute the Plex amongst their corp mates, like giving them back the thing. But either way, NetEase pockets the real money, because the real money don't get sent back to the players or to the pilots who bought the entry fee. So this was a cash grab. This was a blatant cash grab, and yeah, it's mutilating this game. I was honestly in shock when I saw this. I criticized it a lot on the dev channel and on the content creator channel, and I tried to get my voice up, and I tried pushing like, this is wrong, this is not going to be tolerated. Of course, many people wanted to participate just out of their wish to engage their community members, their corp mates, and to have a blast. But, well, not all of them got what they paid for, which, ultimately, in my opinion, is shit. So, moving on, along with all the other stuff that came on, we have some dormant anomalies, which are quite good if you consider what you might get. There's like stuff, and actually anomalies that you don't need to scan them down. They just spawn inside low sec, high sec, null sec, and you can just warp to them. They're T10 and T8. You can finish them. There's some cans inside after you complete all the spawns. There's 6 spawns. 5 of them are actually battle NPCs, and the 6th spawn is just like a miner spawn with 3 or 4 mining ships. The NPCs don't drop much crap, but the cans themselves have components for the implants that were announced to be introduced tomorrow. Now, these implants are a bit shady. If you read the patch notes, I won't be getting into the patch notes. I'm sure probably other content creators have already talked about the patch notes, but I encourage you to read the patch notes by yourself and draw your own conclusions. But for me, it's pretty clear. The implants are going to be something similar of a nanocore that is applied to your character. We'll review them once we see them, but first glance, and I'm kind of right most of the times, you will be gathering these materials, you'll be reverse engineering some stuff to get the implants, you upgrade implants, and then you'll be able to wear them or whatever. But you see at the bottom of the implant section inside the patch notes, there's something peculiar about a specific item that will be used to replenish the implant activity. Or let's say the implant wears down over time, or has like, let's say 100% juice, and as it's being used, it will consume itself until it will be unusable, which means, well, 0%, well, which means out of fuel. So you'll have to put some fuel in it to replenish it, and so it can become available, or at least online again, and give you the attributes or traits that that specific implant gives out. Now, what's wrong with this? Well, we don't know how that fuel will be generated, but my assumptions, or at least I have a hunch, that the specific fuel required to replenish the implants will probably be found in the store, which will be another cash grab. But I do hope I'm wrong about this. Either way, the implants, for those of you who have been coming to EVE Echoes from EVE Online, the implants that we'll be getting here will not be the same as the implants that you're all familiar with in EVE Online. Meaning, these implants will not be boosting a specific attribute. We don't have attributes per character here. In EVE Online, we do. We have perception, willpower, charisma, memory, intelligence. There's like 5 attributes that you have to toy around with in order to learn skills faster, because every skill is dependent upon 2 of these attributes. Now in EVE Echoes, this is simplified. We don't have the attributes, so the implants were kind of irrelevant at launch, but they did found a way for, let's say, introduce implants in a different manner. They will have a different purpose, they will do different things than those in EVE Online. Of course, there's special implant sets in EVE Online that, aside from boosting your attributes, they also give out important bonuses like the shield boosting, or to ECM, or I don't know, electronic warfare like jamming, or warp scrambler and webs, armor repping, or even navigation, giving you boosts to micro-warp drives or afterburners or basic speed to your ship. So these implants that we get in Eve Echoes are going to be pretty similar, or at least a tad bit similar to the implant sets from EVE Online that give you bonuses, or at least traits, for specific dynamics of the ship, or at least specific attributes of the ship, or improve certain skills that allow you to do certain stuff better. Will these be good? I don't know. We'll have to see when they launch. I don't know. By the way, the test server is still broken. We have access to the test server, but it's unusable because you can't log into it. So I won't be able to test these implants out until the test server is I don't know, fixed. I don't think they even want to fix it for us. It's been down for quite some time, and I think it has been down with a purpose so that we won't be able to showcase stuff immediately after launch, let people discover. Sure, we can let people discover, but you know, after spending so much for getting so little, you kind of want to have like an insight. Is it worth investing money into this crap? Sometimes yes, sometimes obviously no. Right now, we can't offer that insight, but as soon as the test server will be fixed, I'm still pushing for a fix on it. I'll be able to give you guys some insights and some guides on what to do and what not to do. And speaking of what to do and what not to do, sleepers are arriving in Eve Echoes, and it's something that I've been pushing for quite a lot of time, ever since I've discovered, you know, those hidden wormhole systems on the map. When the old map was around, they removed that, and yeah, we won't be getting wormholes, not yet, probably never. What happens is that the sleepers, after talking to the lore team and to Cotley, the community manager, basically, well, I pointed out several times that before Eve Echoes was born, it was EVE Online, and sleepers have been in EVE Online before Eve Echoes was born. Now, as per Exile, the producer of Eve Echoes is like a parallel universe that split off when Caroline Star exploded in Jovian space. And that was at the hands of the Drifters. The Drifters caused that massive explosion, which it kind of destroyed a star, or Dyson sphere around the star, and all the jump gates inside Jove space, they're down, they're offline. That's happening in EVE Online, at least has happened a long time ago. So this is when the parallel universe branched. This was a cataclysmic event that caused the split in space-time fabric, and caused Eve Echoes, or at least I call it Alter New Eden, to emerge. Now, because this universe split from the main when Caroline Star went boom, it would have meant that sleepers should have been present inside Eve Echoes because they were already present in EVE Online. But we didn't get them, and I tried talking to the lore team, like, what if you're going to introduce sleepers, what are you going to do? There's a major plot hole about sleepers. Where have they been up until now? They should have been present, right? They were present in the parallel universe, so every bit of history that it has existed inside EVE Online up until Caroline Star exploded is shared history with the Alter New Eden inside EVE Echoes as well. At least should be. But, well, the lore team managed to figure a fix for the plot hole. It's not the best fix, but it's kind of okay. It's assumed that the sleepers went back to sleep, and now they are re-emerging, so it's kind of happening a bit different here. They mentioned that they won't be tackling the same lore and the same stories. I asked them, what stories? We have nothing in EVE Echoes up until now. So yeah, they fixed a bit of a plot hole that was, well, where the hell sleepers have been up until now. They basically went back to sleep, cause unknown, so they are re-emerging, and they are trying to, I don't know, capture Capsuleers which is kind of what the Drifters did. I think they mixed some stuff together and they just happened to spew out this this storyline, which could be interesting, could be fun, could be engaging, but we're not getting wormholes. Now, we all know sleepers have been inside anomalies. This is where they departed after they left Joe's space. They left the Jovian population remained behind to form the three Jovian empires: the Jovian Empire, the second Jovian Empire, and the third, which is actually the Jovian Directorate. But the rest of the sleepers that wanted to move along got back into the VR construct and, well, went back to sleep and went somewhere else. They landed in anomalies, which was supposed to be, at least according to Giveline, is wormhole space. Here we won't be having wormhole space, but we will be having the Dormant Realm, which I don't know what the hell is. It might be like Nihilist space combined with Abyssal, Dead Space that we have in EVE Online. It's something weird, but according to the patch notes and what this Dormant Realm will provide to us, this is going to be like an operation. I don't know if you've played Star Wars The Old Republic. Immediately after the initial planet on which you get born when you create a new character, after you finish the first planet at level 10, you will be getting like an operation on board the space station. While you transition to the second planet, there will be like an operation which you can participate or not. How do I know so much stuff about it? Because, well, I worked on that game many years ago. The operation consisted of participation of 1 to 4 players. You could solo it. The more players, the more rewards and difficulty it being increased. And it was just like a side story that you could do and to learn more stuff and to gear up and prepare yourself for the second planet of the game. Now, in EVE Echoes, this Dormant Realm will be providing several of these operations, like 1 or 2 to 4 people being involved. It's going to be similar to a raid, but it's going to be smaller. That's why it's called an operation. It's a mini raid, and we'll be having bosses, from what I understood from the patch notes. But it's kind of weird. People are kind of expecting to explore, to search for these. You won't be searching for these. You will be inside the station, and you will queue up, just like in Factional Warfare, for this mini raid, and you'll be teleported inside the instance, which is probably going to be another virtual system. The virtual system is a collection of systems that collectively include the combat tutorial missions, the intro for the game when you create a new character, the factional warfare, the DIR, everything that is done outside of the known cluster of New Eden is basically done in those virtual systems that the devs put in place. So we'll be having different skyboxes, different mechanics, or whatever we will be encountering in these. But it's not going to be such of an exploratory event like many had hoped. It's just going to be something linear. You sign up for this, you go inside with your party, or maybe solo, I don't know, and you'll be basically facing off the linear progression of this operation until you reach the final room, probably the boss or the last wave spawn, and you'll be destroying those, collecting whatever. I don't know if there's going to be any PvP involved. I'm guessing not, because 4 players are going to be teleported inside an instance. Sure, you can shoot your teammates. Probably. I have no idea. Probably there will be many pilots attempting this, because why not? At the end, when we get the loot, if it's not a character bound or round robin or whatever, like, that loot is mine, fuck off, pew pew, you're dead. It might be interesting. But nonetheless, it's going to be something linear. You're going to have to queue up from the station, and we don't know if it's going to be like ticket-based or cost-based. that will be interesting to see. If you will need to pay something to get inside those, because, well, I can see the trend going into this direction, not with just Eve Echoes, but with almost every game that's out there. They're trying, after the Diablo Immortal set this precedent with milking as much money from people. Many companies have started doing the same, which is just horrendous. Now, of course, in Eve Echoes, I do remind you, pay to win is not that really much pay to win, but of course, there is some pay to win. But the margins of success of this pay to win is quite slim. It's actually, if you might think about the pay to win system in Eve Echoes, you might consider it another predatory system. Why? Because it makes you think that you're getting some stuff pay to win, when in fact you're not, and you're getting scammed of your money. Needless to say, I will be covering this topic and all the stuff that's going to be deployed immediately, probably in the next few days, to try to get you guys the best insights on what to do and what not to do. But again, I remind you that without the test server, I won't be able to test the difficulties of these operations for now. I'll try to do them like on the live server. It's going to be a bit more difficult, like experimenting what can you do and what can't you do. We will be having a difficulty selection. That will be interesting to see how it works. And by the way, ships that you lose inside this Dormant Realm, inside these operations, are losses, are considered losses. It's not like in DIR or factional warfare where you're given a ship and if it blows up, well, it's not yours. You're not losing anything. Here, if you lose a ship, you're going to lose your ship. You're going to have to, well, get it back via insurance or whatever. You can build your own ship back. You will be losing the stuff that drops, because you won't be able to get back inside that and loot your stuff unless the corpmates or the players that you do the raid with will loot you and will trade it back to you via contract. And we've reached that point in the video where we announced the community question of the week. Yeah, community question of the week is back. You answer the question in the comment section, and also drop your in-game name and character ID. Well, the answer to the question basically allows you to get a chance of winning one of the 3 Omega combo clones that I give out each week. And this week's question is, do you think that we'll be seeing more of these events that encourage RMT, like the festival? Drop a comment below and let me know. That's it for today. I hope you learned something. Thank you guys for watching. A very big shout out to my channel supporters, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.